minute. Canyon face checking into the brush. Owner and Carrier find him. Faker in tow. Gen.G with a 4-man attempt, starting up the Drake already. Canyon's going to be the one to tank it. Duro and Chovy keeping a defensive position off to the side. Carrier steps forward, immediately popping the Unbreakable Will as Gumayusi wants to fire a deadly flourish over the wall. Carrier, half HP, Unbreakable Will down. Gen.G still with control over the objective. Owner ready to challenge. Gen.G still trying to maintain control here. Gumayusi off to the side. Can open up with a curtain call if he needs. Deadly flourish, not going to find a target. Weaver's wall looking to block him away. Beautiful engage coming out there from Faker. Shockwave. The Ocean Drake goes over to Gen.G, but they've already lost a man. Support for support as Ruler's knocked down next. T1 with a...
They don't have another minion wave here, and T1 is going to try to rush for it. Both teams really trying to defend this hard.
T1, they've got the positioning over the wall with Carrier as well. Duro wanted a TP in, but the first turret already goes the way of T1, and the third kill will do the same. The Herald's ready to charge, and T1 is mowing them over. The turret, the kill, and the tier 2 to follow. It might have been a turret and bot for Gen.G, but T1 take everything in mid lane.
And mid tier 1, if he can just slow T1 down, there's an opportunity, but now Chovy's making a play of his own.
Chovy wants to get something back here in the top side. Weaver's wall fires out. Remember, there's no flash for the Gwen to try to get away. The unraveled Earth flies out, and Doran goes down. Chovy gets his kill.
Yeah, Doran goes down.
Have to try and do something to stop this. Buy a little bit of time for Doran to arrive. Curtain call opens, but Duro's unbreakable. Chovy zoning everybody away here with the unraveled Earth. Owner wants to make his entry, but the Otacon is secured by Canyon. Gen.G have the objective, but what about the fight right after? Owner goes in. Chovy gets out. Owner goes down. Ruler goes off. Keen looking to zone Faker off the back as Doran makes his way into the fight, but he can't snip anybody out. Now he's shot by Ruler, and it's a double kill for the man with the double guns. Faker with a beautiful shockwave to turn the fight at the end, but it's still a 2-for-1 favoring Gen.G. T1 want a little more. Ruler and Duro trying to escape as Carrier and Gumayusi are in hot pursuit. Ruler trying to vamp up the minions. Carrier wants to catch him. Gumayushi's low. Ruler looking to turn it around, but he doesn't have the health. Gumayusi lives. Double kill. Faker. 143 international kills. Really close to everybody that's not named Faker, who happens to be about 400 ahead of the pack. And it's but they still might think about it. Doran's going to run interference. The Dragon is already claimed. Keen wants to go in, and Chovy's firing off the Weaver's wall, but Keen's already all alone, exhausted in the middle of 5. Keen just dies. Gen.G are completely confuddled, and T1 are happy to teach him a lesson. Gumayusi with another kill. T1, Baron just spawned, and they're invited to come say hello.
The damage done here. Chovy now just finished his rally, so he's on 3 items. Gen.G not out of this just yet, but it will have to be a great fight.
Beautiful seismic shot from Chovy. Faker buys a little bit of time here with the stasis, and he ain't dead yet. Gen.G looking for a little more as the Glacial Prison doesn't get a lot of value. Over the wall, Doran has to jump back away as Keen wants another stun, this time on the Gumayusi. Owner re-entering back into the fight as Chovy is trapped inside the Cataclysm. Owner goes back over the wall with a nice EQ combo. Faker down very low. Canyon needs a little bit more damage as Ruler takes out Carrier. T1 on the run. Gen.G with the defense.
He's ready to go pick up some wards.
Okay, Dragon at half HP. Gen.G still looking to burn this one down. Weaver's wall has already been fired. It's slated, secured by Gen.G. Canyon here in the front line, but he's not dead yet. Finally going to be cut to pieces. Gumayusi grab the killing spree. Gen.G defensive positioning as finally the Jax makes his way in. Owner trying to escape back out as Ruler is under pressure off to the right. Keen in the middle of everybody trying to do the damage, but it does not work. T1 have already won the fight, and they want even more. Gen.G running into the wrong side of the jungle, and T1 hunt them down. Chovy sidesteps a deadly flourish as Ruler and Duro try to fight back, but Carrier runs them over. Gumayushi's on a rampage. Gen.G are aced.
The coordination is simply...
Cannon minions. Gen.G scrambling for the defense as T1 continue the push. A ton of damage onto Duro, and Gen.G are not holding. The Nexus is open. Canyon's in the middle of everybody, but he's already down. Gen.G are no match for the T1 team fighting. Keen goes golden, but it's all too late. Another double for Guma. Faker is godlike, and T1 take game 1.
What an impressive performance in game one from T1. They
has stacked mostly armor as Keria and Gumayusi are going in. Ruler under a little bit of pressure, but he roots up Guma. Fires back with a little bit of damage as Gumayusi continues trying to escape. Has to flash. Doran's made his way into the back line. He wants to go after Canyon. Owner engages here with the Cyclone. Followed up with a Hextech ultimatum with the Dawning Shadows ready to back him up. Canyon staying alive, but T1 gets the kill and Gumayusi gets paid.
A close exchange, but it's T1 that get themselves the kill onto Canyon. Guma was forced to flash very early because of his positioning. Oh, a bit of danger for Doran.
Doran, rune prisoned up immediately. Flash over the wall from Duro for the dredge line. Doran down means Gen.G now vanish. They try to unload onto the tank. Keen ready to flash away as Ruler's trying to back him up here with the Dawning Shadow. Tons of damage onto the Scion. Duro makes his entry into the fight. Keen's gonna die, but now his dead body's ready to go. T1 try to disengage. Gen.G looking to fire back, but they won't find.
Here comes Duro.
Ruler's got the first kill into Owner as Faker tries to get away, but the Justice Punch will find no escape. A double kill to Chovy's Rise as Doran and Gumayusi barely hobble away. Canyon doesn't want to let him, and he's ever to bring him down.
So it comes back to what Azael was saying. All of the focus comes down onto Keen. Exhaust was used, he flashes away. There's that multi-man knock-up, but they eventually get that kill. But at this point on the re-engage, Gen.G's in the better position.
Exactly, and Duro, he gets chunked out of the fight and he realizes, you know what, I can still be involved. Look at this, drives through everyone on T1. Let's count the knockups. 1. He hits 2, he hits 3 as well onto Keria and Doran. That was crazy. We're on Otacon though, we're gonna keep going.
We're already back to live and the Otacon's halfway dead. T1 want to try to contest this as Gen.G have control of the area for now. They full send it. They want to go in after Doran, but they can't find enough damage to kill him here at the very start. T1 with a counter punch, but nothing just yet. Duro the first to die. Owner's got to try to get himself back away, but Faker's already down. Owner will follow. Gen.G 2 for 1, and they don't want to stop just yet. Chovy sends himself to his own death. And Gumayusi into the back, looks for Ruler. He finds him. T1 turning it around. Keen, the last man standing on Gen.G, and he wants even more. The shield ready to proc. Gumayusi ready to drop, and it's a bloodbath in top lane.
Went into Keen.
Yeah, he did about as much damage as the two highest on Gen.G put together. Duro looking to go in here with the dredge line. There's no follow-up damage from Gen.G just yet. Faker's getting juggled around, but he's still got a little bit of HP ready to go. Flashing out. Gumayusi in danger. Dawning Shadow! And the sun sets on Gumayusi.
Steal.
Okay. Keria doesn't have Smite right now. I'm looking at the scoreboard. The Baron's down to 2,000.
Yeah,
Gen.G backing away from it. Keria with the Smite ready to go. Yeah, Smite going over the wall, but it's still going to be claimed by Canyon. T1 will lose their support. We'll lose the Baron. We'll lose Gumayusi. We'll lose control in game 2. 6,000 gold lead. Gen.G.
This one pretty much wrapped up. It was the late swap over to Smite, and Gen.G realized, okay, there could be a contest. We got to back it out. But then T1 just decided to go in. Keria flashes in. Guma goes in. They full send it to try to burst it down. It is smoked down from about 1,100 HP. This was not the upgraded Smite for Keria, so it had to be lower. I do believe it upgrades based
to try something here. Doran goes in. He wants to go over the wall and find Chovy. He does, but Keen prevents any backup from arriving. Faker with a grand entrance, but it's only from his own exit. Doran is already down. Faker's about to follow as Keen is not even dented. Still damage from Owner, but nothing worth mentioning. A double for Gen.G. It's only Keria left, and he won't last long. One last shot from Ruler rules out any chance of a T1 stall, and Gen.G march it into the base.
Exceptional protection as T1 desperately tried to find something back, but it was not enough.
Nexus turrets are just a formality at this point. Gen.G with the tanky comp strikes back in game 2.
It was absolute comfort there for Gen.G in game 2, and they showed why some of these champions are undefeated. It was perfection from Ruler here on the Senna, stacking it up.
T1 T1 are starting up the objective. Gen.G are coming down to try to do something about it. Equalizer drop, but it only finds Owner. Magnet Storm, again, only on Owner. Here comes the Ornhorn as T1 are firing back. 1 for 1 here at the very start as Doran and Gumayusi have to fall back. Tibbers the front line for Gen.G. Faker goes in, but he doesn't have the range for the shuffle. Now Tibbers still tanking it up. Beautiful blade caller. Gen.G trying to get away now as Ruler's down to 200. Guma down to 200. Chovy nearly kills him, but it's still just the 1 for 1.
Here we go.
Harold's already down to about 4,000. T1 got to be ready to turn out the lights here soon, but the Magnet Storm over, he crashes down from Duro. Equalizer over the top and a ton of damage back to the Gen.G support. Backline of Gen.G under a little bit of pressure as Ruler's first to die. Owner going in, looking for Chovy here too. Canyon shoveled away as Chovy has to run. T1 domination. Another kill about to come through as Doran follows Keen, and not a single man on T1 has fallen. The recall from Chovy trying to get away. The handshake denies it. Chovy on the run with the blast cone, but he's not going far. Owner ready here with a spell shield. Needs a little bit more. A double kill to carry a 7-1 game for T1.
The course of the game. We have to watch this one more time. Duro finds T1 as they're stacking up. You think this is going to be the incredible engage, but watch Carrier here. Hostile takeover comes out. It hits everything. All 5 of them get tagged by it. The spell shield was used early. The follow-up from T1 was perfect. The Ornn ulti goes through the whole team. Ruler's spell shield was used early against the Nocturne.
Bresky, T1, they don't have Faker here. He doesn't have a teleport. Gen.G are trying to force the issue before the T1 mid laner arrives. They've got the Otacon down to 3,000. Canyon's about to die. He stays alive with a nice crescent guard as it's stolen away by Owner. T1 find exactly what they need, and Owner with the clutch steal tops it off with a double kill. Gen.G just completely lost everything.
Of it actually leashing. So watch what Guma is doing. He's stacking feathers right in this area. So Canyon, when the Otacon starts to actually leash, he has to walk back in. And what happens is he walks through all of these feathers right here. He charges back in. There is the root that chunks him incredibly low. This is what allows T1 to just go in on the fight, even though Faker is not already there. So it's a quiet thing, but it was so incredibly important. Oh. He realizes, I'm about to die to this Nocturnal. I need to get my smite down before I go down. And as a result, Canyon smite just too early. Credit to Owner for nailing it, but credit to Guma for setting it up.
Look at Canyon. He's over the wall here. He has the flash on the Xin-Jiao. Equalizer already used. Magnet Storm over the top, and it doesn't find a lot. Hostile takeover. Roaring through the river. Gumayusi's already killed Duro. 3 dead on Gen.G. T1 are ruthless. Owner is unstoppable. And that Dragon Soul is free for the taking.
To decimated this team fight. The Rumble ultimate used very early on. A nice engage and the flash follow-up from the Xin-Jiao, but he doesn't quite connect it. The darkness is dropped and immediately Gen.G just becomes scattered. Ruler's not hitting anyone in the team fight. He doesn't feel safe. He is literally paranoid at the Nocturne flying at his face, and everything falls apart for Gen.G.
Chovy looking for an opportunity as T1 try to back away. Owner's gonna turn out the lights. Chovy's been found waiting in the brushes as the hostile takeover with the Doran ulti combine to instantly execute Gen.G. T1 with a quadra kill for Gumayusi.
He wants the penta.
Gen.G thought they had a plan, and T1 deny it.
Here for T1, the positioning has been fantastic from him in every single fight. Gen.G, they realize we have got to send it, but look at this, over the wall, plus the Nocturnal has the lights turned off. He is out of vision. The positioning is perfect from Carrier. That is why this guy has won as much as he has. Faker now in trouble.
Yeah, Faker's been caught out, tries to use Emperor's Divide to make himself enough space for his team to show up, and yes, he does. Now Owner enters into the paranoia. His target is Keen. Carrier ready to follow up here, goes for the handshake, finds the enemy top laner. Faker's on a killing spree, and Ruler tries to run. Owner's in hot pursuit, and the Fear Tether doesn't have the range to proc just yet. Ruler's the target, Gumayusi's the killer, and Faker cashes in. A double kill for the Azir as T1 break into the base.
There is a cost for attacking the Emperor himself, and Gen.G have been forced to pay it. The Nexus is in their eyes.
T1 with a 5v3. First Nexus turret the target. Hostile takeover zones Gen.G away. T1 19-2. 13,000 gold ahead. All they need is a minion wave. They've got it here at the Nexus. Duro's next to die, and Chovy's Annie is about to follow. T1 in the strongest performance thus far are at match point.
Incredible performance here from T1. The Nocturne combo with Renata did go crazy.
Ready to chase after the Cassante. They don't want to allow him to get good all-out value, but Doran does it anyway. Canyon, he's caught out of position. The Impale has him stuck, but he stays alive with a little bit of extra healing. Canyon getting away for now. Super Mega Death Rocket can't finish the job as Doran stays alive. Canyon's the one closest to death. Owner still chasing, throws another rock, but it won't matter. Somehow, nobody dies. Slightly faster, but Ruler can easily clear the minion right after. Keria jumps in on an abyssal dive, and Gen.G's ready to fire back. Keria in danger, trying to pop the thick skin. Stays alive for now, but Ruler jumps in. Feet of Warfare going to be claimed by Gen.G, and T1 picked the wrong moment there to stop T1 in their tracks.
And it's Keria that you need to keep your eyes on. He thinks that he's creating this collapse, but it's he who gets collapsed on. A beautiful pillar placed with the engage that comes through from Duro, charming onto 2. Owner uses his ult in response, but they don't quite have the damage needed to get that kill onto Duro, meaning that he then bounces back to his team, and Gen.G walk away with a kill.
And they didn't have the follow-on opportunity when they see Ruler to try to move in and contest vision if they want to do it.
T1 still playing cautiously here.
Ooh, look at
as
mids.
their mid laner is over in the mid lane. Duro looking to make a move onto Faker. He finds the grand entrance with a quickness, and Ruler puts bullets through Faker's heart. Gen.G with a kill on the enemy mid laner now has control.
Looking to take everything from T1's jungle.
They're going to start by stealing away the red buff. They're going to continue by putting down vision control. They are going to pressure in a 5v4 situation. A TP about to show up as the gravity well welcomes Doran to the battlefield. Duro stunned up into the wall. Grand exit right back over. Doran goes all out. Ton of damage on the Keen. He's going to get killed. Ruler ready to get excited. Ton of damage on the T1, and they're all getting evaporated. T1 are washed from the rift, and Gen.G crashed down like a tidal wave.
Gen.G wiped T1 off the map, and it's starting to smell like silver. This team trying to push us to a full 5 as Doran TP'd in very far and gets immediately punished by the Gen.G solo laners. They got so much damage down onto him. Again, Owner spent the ult on only Duro. They can't even kill him during it. As soon as those tools are down, Ruler knows it is my moment. He goes in and cleans up.
You could see how hard T1 tried to protect Kumayushi, but he was being crushed by the pressure.
He will start the objective. T1 are going to see it there with the severing bolt over the wall. They're going to scramble to try to get into range, but immediately Faker is already targeted. Duro with a beautiful start to the fight. Nobody on T1 dead yet. As
Owner
over the wall looking to try to engage. Super Mega Death Rocket finds a target. Ruler's still alive, but Doran's going after him. The Baron down to 2,000. Chovy's already on a rampage. Guma dies. T1 die. Gen.G hold the smoking gun, and they're marching down mid lane with Baron.
A phenomenal team fight for Gen.G as they weathered the pressure of T1. They set their sights on the Nexus, and they're looking to bring us to Game 5.
Faker is alive, but he stands alone. Gen.G with a 5-man push. They dive Faker, they ace T1, and they guarantee us one final game. Gen.G tie up the series. We're going to Game 5.
How else could this series end but in a 5th game? The last time they met, it was 5. The lower bracket finals was 5.
Spectral Maw on Duro, but he misses. Doran looking off to the side, but he's already been chunked. T1 bringing in the TP as Gen.G go after the Herald. It is claimed and secured by Canyon. Keen trying to get away from the Karma Root as Doran goes over the wall. Flash Ruthless Predator. Doran is low. Bullet time gets him. Kumayushi barely staying alive, but it's 2 kills back the other way. Chovy stepping up. Doran and and Owner down, traded for Keen.
They can start to snowball this fight, but they go a little too deep and the fight doesn't go their way.
And I should never have doubted Ruler. This man is finding ulti after ulti as the flash in here from Dorian. But Ruler just steps back and finds a massive bullet time channeled across everyone. Guma has to bury, he has to flash out.
He's fast enough to step away. Chovy going between worlds, carry the target here at the very start, as now Doran's gonna be burst down very quickly. Q3 won't kill him, and Gen.G don't get their man just yet. Doran's still getting away as Chovy gets enough damage, and Keen gets the kill. Gen.G execute, and Doran fall. Yeah, they're gonna take the opportunity to say, all right, we think that they're overloading down here in the bot side. Let's go into the top side
Chovy
instead.
has no TP. It's not up yet.
T1 are going after the Otacon. It's already down to half HP. Duro and Ruler stepping up. Doran taking a little bit of damage as the bullet time flies out. Doran, 1/3 HP. It buys enough time for Gen.G to try to revive. Kanan has made his way into the objective. Looking to smite it down. Canyon's Nidalee gets the Otacon. Gumayushi caught between worlds, and Gen.G take him straight to hell. Keen, wings spread wide, looks for more. Canyon misses the spear. Keen hits the Q2, needs a little bit more damage, trying to find it. Chovy forces a flash, and Gen.G stand tall.
T1 force the Otacon. T1 bring the fight to Gen.G, but it is Ruler's ultimate that pushes them back. It is Canyon that secures the smite, and it is Gumayushi that falls.
And Chovy just barely didn't have his TP when Doran TP'd up. So I think T1 were thinking maybe we had more time without Chovy having that teleport. Maybe it's going to be a 5v4. But Chovy's teleport came up just in the nick of time. He arrives, sets up for that big bullet time, and then it is just a rout. There's no flash on Guma. They pile in, they take him. Canyon wins the smite. And Gen.G getting very far ahead now.
More opportunity. Gen.G setting up here in the bot side river. Gumayushi has his Infinity Edge on the Caitlyn. Gen.G already with the objective, down to 5,000. Faker and Doran over the backside of the pit looking for their entry here into the fight. The Drake down to 3K. Chovy going between worlds. T1 forced away. Drake claimed by Ruler. Now Owner and Faker here at the very start. Reset for Owner. He's low, but he ain't dead yet. Keen goes in for the killing spree. Stunned up by Doran, but Ruler is still ready to fire. Doran wants to slice and dice, but it's a double kill to Keen. Chovy still chasing. Faker only tagged with a twofold hex.
Baker found the charm, and Owner found the kill onto Canyon, but not before Gen.G got the dragon, and Gen.G win the fight anyway.
The plays were not enough. The Baron is now alive, and Gen.G feel monstrous. They feel like a mountain that cannot be overcome. We look back at the play, and it's Canyon that does get targeted. Faker finds an incredible angle, but the response from Gen.G is simply to fight back. A beautiful charm, the collapse Owner, but look at the ulti from Ruler. Duro keeping the bot lane distracted, then Ruler turns his attention to Gumayushi, forces him to flash out. Doran left isolated as his team retreats, and Keen converts it into a double.
And while the T1...
Careful, Owner goes in for the Spectral Maul, but Duro dashing back away. TP coming in as Gen.G immediately trying to go after Doran. A lot of damage back onto him with the bullet time over the top, but they ain't gonna find a kill here just yet. Chovy looking to get away. Keen unstoppable. Nobody on Gen.G is down. Keen with a double kill. And Gen.G are so much better in the team fights.
The third item here. We can watch it one more time. Doran decides that it is go time. The teleport was coming in here, and Gen.G realized they have got to defend this teleport. They can't allow Chovy to be isolated from the rest of the team. So as they go in, Doran gets hooked, and he just flashes in the midst of everyone, putting that pressure on. But then the turn here on to Chovy. He is rooted up. He is burst incredibly low, but look at Owner chasing after him. Can't get the last hits to finish him off.
Keen not only body blocks the ultimate from Caitlyn, but also gets the kill onto Owner. Keen acting as both defense and offense in that play as he swings the fight.
And Duro are the ones in position to try to interrupt. Faker goes in for the flash charm, but he won't find it. Owner looking for a chance to steal with the bullet time, immediately forcing him all the way away. He tries to survive, but Canyon will bury him in the river. Gen.G, Baron +1.
It's simply a matter of time.
Owner is back alive. The last stand of T1. Doran slices forward, but it won't matter. The first Nexus turret is already about to die. T1 struggling to defend. Duro with a bone skewer. T1 backing away. Gen.G with a massive advantage already in the health bars as Guma's chunked to half. Chovy goes between worlds. Guma goes down. Carrier goes down. Gen.G, they did not falter on the road to MSI. They didn't fail here in Vancouver for 23 series. They have chased perfection, and now they found it.
Gen.G have done the impossible, a perfect split into a perfect international tournament here. This team truly has achieved the closest thing to perfection you can do in League of Legends. Absolutely insane. Many times they were pushed to the brink. Every single time they stood tall. And now finally they can reap their rewards.
They are not just MSI champions. They are back-to-back MSI champions.